Hello, everybody. What's going on? It is Wednesday. It's stream day. I am Keith, the community manager at HB Studios for the golf club, but you know that already. Today, what are we going to do today? You're wondering, what is this weird background with nothing on it? Well, I'm working on a super secret project. Well, you'll see what it is. I'm going to try and build a little 9-hole putt-putt course here. I've got a couple things I've started building out so far. What's up, Irving? How's it going? He says if it's almost tea time, then it's beer time. And since today's National Beer Day in the USA, the least HB can do is buy. Did not know that. Uh, Another little known fact, it's actually my 20th wedding anniversary, so how about that? So I'll throw that right back on you, and it's time for you to buy me something. No, just kidding. But yes, going out tonight, have some beers, maybe throw some darts. That'll be awesome. Go out for a little barbecue. Eastern barbecue, of course, here in North Carolina. Eastern barbecue, it's a vinegar based, and I love it. I love it. I think I've actually grown to like it more than I like the tomato based barbecue now, that sauce. Thank you, sir. He says, congratulations. Yes. All right, so what I was hoping is we could throw out some ideas. I'm open to any kind of ideas here. So what I did, first hole, there is a sneaky little slope here that kind of takes you to the right a little bit. I may make it a little more severe. I don't know. I don't want people to get totally screwed up, but it's sneaky because why? The grid obviously doesn't reach this far, so you don't see it right off the bat. But it's a tiny little one, so maybe I don't want to make it too severe and have you always go into here when you can't really see it, but it will bring you right a little bit. So when you get onto this side, you've got this little gap that you got to go across. Otherwise, you're pretty much going down into one of these little collection areas. And if you get into this one, well, God help you, because that one's going to be brutal to get up here and try and stay up here and then make the turn and come out to the hole. But once you get it out over here, it's not too bad. I'd actually kind of just fell into this, but I had lowered the ground. As you can see, it's a little bit lower than some of the other areas. And I don't know why I happened to try a retaining wall, and oh, this is perfect. It's like perfect rails for the like sides of the par three. Memphis beats North Carolina every day of the week. Well, yeah, Memphis barbecue is pretty tough to beat. So I've heard. Never been there, but uh, only from what I've tasted, this is the best I've had so far. Um, so that I'm thinking is no number one. Number two, you say, wow, that's really easy, right? But you get to this, and it's up on get those little mole hills, little anthill little things on the putt course. That's this. So it is very makeable, actually. I've made it a few times in practicing it, but if you get a little too greedy or you get off to the side, then the fun starts. Then you can get a little crazy. It is sort of flat at the top, so you can actually stop a ball around the hole. So it's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination, but um, it's always like the mini golf holes where there's a big hump you have to hit it up and try to keep it up on the upper level. Yeah, that's another thing we could do. Could sort of raise it up. The only hard part is, well, no, I suppose I could do it. I'll just have to lower this section down and leave this almost where it is if I want to. It's going to be very hard to keep this going throughout the whole thing because obviously I can't raise the retaining walls up. So if I want to put any kind of height to a hole or anything, I mean, I had some stuff where I was thinking of like, you know how sometimes there's like 3 different cups and you got to put it in one of the cups and depending which one you cut it in, it goes down and around, drops to a lower section. I mean, that would be extremely difficult. I don't know. I'm hoping I can even have 9 ideas to come up with to make a 9-hole course here. But so let me show you. I'll show you what I've got so far. This is the TGC1 designer, so I don't have access to any of the other toys just yet. Now, if I did, well, then I'd be able to raise these up. I could unhitch it to the water, and you can raise them up and down. So super secret idea there. But that'll all be in good time. Uh, I've been I've been asking. I've been asking. I wanted to see if I could do another TGC2 stream, but not just yet. Not just yet. A few things. Dev team wants to add a few more things, so we kind of get those wow moments each time we show off something. But yep. All right. So what am I doing here? Play. Cool. No, I didn't want to hit play from here. Hang on. Let's go back. Let us go back. Play course. There we go. All right. So it does have you angled, of course, right towards the hole. So you got to come back over this way. It does move to the right a little bit. I mean, if you hammer it, you probably put it right past, but and all right, that worked out. Maybe that's too easy. I don't know. I might have to play around with that. But anyway, that's the general idea. So you get the retaining walls there, kind of make your boundaries, and although maybe not bad. You don't need to destroy anybody on the first. Oh, I hit that too hard. You don't need to destroy anybody on the first hole, right? Ease them into it. All right, let me know what you guys think. If you think it should add some more break and stuff around, I'd certainly be open to ideas. So anyway, that was the first hole. Then you get the second one. Not very long. Like I said, 32 footer. Does go up 5, so let's see what happens. I mean, if I make it, I make it. There you go. Easy peasy. We'll go back to that. Let's go back to that. And now if you don't, see, it might act, no, that's definitely going too hard. So there you go. So you can have this kind of thing where you could end up going back and forth, like that. And if you're just off a little bit on your putting here, it's gonna bite you. It's 187, so you gotta lip out to the worst, because of course the ball sort of takes off. See, like that. So it will stop up there. It's not the end of the world. So just like that. Like I said, makeable from the tee, but you get offline a little bit there, and you're going to be in trouble. All right, so let's see if we can work on a third hole. Thinking something out here. And this I'll add to it. I'm going to add more of the green. I just happened to do that from the start, but we could bump this all the way out like so. And I think I just put down light rough before. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to have any, I don't know if I can do any decoration. I don't know. I'll have to figure out what to do. I could sort of put, I could certainly put benches at each hole, you know, as you're waiting in case there's group playing all in front of you. I usually see those. Benches, maybe some garbage cans and things. But in terms of, well, I don't know. I guess I suppose I could try and have that one little, you have the one little tea caddy that, where is it? Equipment, I think. This one you can sort of use as a pot, planting pot. You know, I could actually should do something like that. Oh, man, I don't know. I'm noticing that my controller's been doing that. It just starts creeping away. Like, oh, yikes. So I might have some issues here with my controllers going on. Oh, I thought it covered up. Can we cover up everything? Yeah, that's the old one. There you go. So you can hide the T's, and then we could throw We could do this sort of at the start of each one. No, let's go global. Could always do, you know, something like that. Make it like a little. That's way too big. We're gonna need something small. That's not bad. Although it does kind of sticks out a little bit. Oh man, almost perfect. Well, it's actually not bad. Couple of blades that are kind of sticking out, but that's not too bad. Do something like that. Maybe to mix up the flowers and do something like that at each spot. And anyway, hey Twitch, how's it going? I'm working on a little 9-hole putt-putt course here for a project that's coming up. Can't say what it is, but I'll find out soon enough. So anyway, I mean, it doesn't have to be. I mean, it could be all this area. I can actually have more space. I want to keep it on this level, though, if I can. Let's move this out. Let's move this out here. It's going to widen that. Yeah, that's all right. It doesn't have to be. Oops, doesn't have to be perfectly square. But I don't know. I'm trying to think, should I do short ones? I don't know if I really want to do like a really long 100-yard type thing. Not 100 yards, but 100 feet. I suppose I could do longer ones here, but let's see. How should we do it? And I mean, I'm open to using anything like that. Like I use the stairs there. Twitch says, is the next installment of this game going to be 1080p or have better graphics? I don't know actually. I'm not 100% sure on that question. Irving says, if it's mini, keep them shorter. Okay, yeah, we won't go super crazy. All right, let's see. So what if we did? Let's maybe finish number 2. We could come here for number 3. That's 25 yards. That's 75 feet. I'm just trying to think of what an idea. I'll try and get the green. I got to think about this now. So I try and get the green. So the green is one of those where you have to go up onto the tier and keep it up there. Well, what's the difference between this game and the new one coming out? Lots, lots. Be new mocap, new animations. There's a new swing, a tempo-based swing in there, which is going to be huge. There's going to be societies where you can sort of start like-minded country clubs for other people, and you'll have your own country clubs. There's a huge player editor coming in. Lots of new stuff in the GNCD in terms of being able to put waterfalls and other items that are going to be in there. Being able to rotate like a rock, you'll be able to rotate on every axis. You'll be able to raise bridges above the water table. You can put water at any level you want. You don't have to keep the water just at this level table. I could put it as high as up, obviously with the land, but I could put as high as where the trees are. I can build water, so you could do a mountain lake. Yeah, lots of stuff. The lighting, give me better lighting. Yeah, there's quite a bit. All right, so what if we? All right, let's go with this. Just gonna put that right there. This actually does look a little lower. Let's see. Oh, maybe it is all flat. It's deceiving to my eye. I think it was flat. Maybe this part? Maybe this isn't. No, that's definitely down. Anyway. Now that we could see pin height. Wow. All right, that looks downhill to me. But all right, anyway. Okay, so if we do that, let's think about, see the hard part, it's going to be really hard to do these retaining walls, I think, and not have them look crazy stuff. Will you be able to use your old courses from this game? So when you go to start up TGC2, all of your courses are going to be in the designer, ready, waiting there for you, and it's going to be up to you whether you want to publish them over to TGC2. Now you'll be able to make changes. So say there's items that have been added into the designer that you really like, or you wanted to add some water, at a different height. You can make any changes you want to your old course, and then you'll be able to hit publish, and it'll publish it to TGC2. If you have some crappy courses, as most of us probably do, our early builds and stuff, and you don't want those, well then you just don't do anything with it or delete it, whatever you want to do, and it will not be in TGC2. So, but um, it's up to the designer. So if there's a course that you really love that you did not build, it isn't necessarily going to be in the next game. You might want to you might want to lobby that designer to publish it if you really liked it and he wasn't planning to it. Yep. Well, if that's the case, then the graphics will be the same as the old game. That's not necessarily true. All right. All right, so I don't know. All right, let's do this. Let's get this out here. I really wish it would be awesome to have the snapping feature now, which is coming into TGC2, where basically I just hit the button to plant this, and then as soon as I move, it would just snap right to the end of this. Now it's not. It's not a automatic thing. You have to hit a button to turn the snapping on. So if you don't want them on, you don't have to. But it just saves all of this malarkey of trying to get this thing perfectly lined up, and which is so dang hard to do sometimes. We'll get it as close as we can without spending an hour on it. Let's go on this side. Try and keep these as best we can, hopefully, going in the same direction. Oh, did you see it? My controller, this left stick is just, it's got a drift going on in it. It's very annoying. I'm almost better off coming in from the other side so I can dial it in closer, but this is alright. I think we're good enough. Good enough. Alright, now the thing I'm wondering is, can I lower? Because I don't, if I raise this part up, if I raise the green part up where the pin's going to be, well then I'm not going to be able to use the retaining walls, because obviously it's going to go under the ground. Hi Scab, how's it going? How's your little girl there? Hopefully she's doing well. Urban snapping is a much needed feature. Oh my god, it's crazy. It is so awesome. I mean, I could have built this out in 5 seconds. Just, I mean, all you do as soon as you place it, you just, of course, the next one is there already, so you can move where you want to put the next one. You just kind of move it out, and boom, snaps. Hit A to clamp it down, move, clamp it down. Same thing, ding, ding, ding. I mean, that would have taken me about 5 seconds to do. Put those 3 pieces out. All right, so let's try and see what happens here. I think I need to. Oh, I don't. Oh yeah, I do. I don't know how this is going to work, but my thought is if we can lower this section, that would naturally create a raised section over here. But let's fumble around with it here and see what happens. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work, because the problem is I don't want to get these posts exposed unless we just make that a it could be a hidden Hidden danger, obviously if you hit, because now if you hit a rail, it's going to bounce forward. Now if it hits one of these, it's just going to stop. But let's just see what happens here. I'm trying to just not really going off of any. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. Yeah, that looks like crap. Okay. Well, I could skip it and just keep this flat and try and raise the back section and then maybe use like a low. I just don't think that's going to work. Could try and do something like, let's go here. What if we do this? Well, I don't want a huge. My thought, see what you guys think, is what if we came here and then had it pretty close. It'd be cool if you came up too quick and could hit off the back wall and come back down. It's going to be hard to do though. So I would really need to make not much room back here. That's what I'm thinking because I don't know if it's good. Let's try it. Let's try this and see. So am I better off going with this one? Oops, wrong button. What did I want? I want that. I raise that. Could use that. There, see, it's already. I don't really want to do that, but I suppose this is going to be a tough one. Earnings at the ending of a side rail danger is not a bad idea, though. It's like those cars that have rocks on the side. Yeah, that's true. I just thought it looked like crap when it got lower like that. Maybe because I used the raise. Maybe I could try it again and see. The only thing I don't really want to cover these up too much, but now I'm thinking too, the hard part is going to be, oh, and if I got to use a brick wall, it's going to look goofy trying to build, which is the other cool part. In TDC2 building, you can actually move your walls, so I could actually angle them to the slope, and so you won't have the stepping feature like that. You could just kind of angle it and follow the slope along, which would make it look much nicer. I don't want that. I don't really want this to get covered up. If it does, I'm going to have to cover the whole thing. I don't really want to just have that, but this is kind of a tough one here. Oh, man. I moved it. Is that really going to work? Not really. Oh, this is a tough little. It's going to be tough to pull off, I think, some of these moves. Got to look and see what's the best thing that we can use for this type of stuff. Could do that. See, that's where it gets to be a pain. Is I want to keep it just inside this section, but I don't know. So he just dropped off. I wish it stayed all square, but it doesn't, and that makes it really difficult now because that just looks hideous. Hideous, I tell you. Make a square block. Well, if it's, why is it doing that? It makes a nice square block when I'm on an angle like that, but it doesn't do it when I'm here. See, like that. I want this. I want that. Now it's nice and flat there. But if I try and square it up, I can't get that. See, why is that? I don't know. Well, that. Let's see if I place it down. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Um, well, gonna be a tough one. Else is this infinite air. No. I'm definitely gonna stream it though. I'm supposed to get a copy of it. I'm definitely gonna stream some of that. Not official stream, but on my personal, I'll definitely play it. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, what am I not thinking? What am I not thinking this through properly from here? Oh, oh, dang it. I didn't want to do that. I forgot I gotta get off the green. Get that hump out of there. Let's go back. Let's go back and see if we can do it. It's gonna be tough, I think. Unless I'm just not thinking. So I'm just not thinking of it, right? Oops, sorry. Let's do that. I don't want to build in the retaining walls yet because I think it's going to be a waste of time because I think if we want to try and raise this up, if we raise it up, I could do, well, no. I was going to say I could do some where I just put boulders. Look at this. I'm not even touching my controller. Look at that. That's not good. That's definitely not good for my controller. Dang it. All right, so I was thinking I could do one where if we built it at elevation and more, I could do rocks, but I mean, the chances are really no one's going to hit it. I mean, who's going to hit that? No one's ever going to hit the side rails in this situation. I mean, here you will. On the first hole, you would. Second, maybe. You hit it really hard, but in terms of actually hitting off to the sides, that I don't see happening. So, how do we get that built up? Oops. Do I want to go with raise or flatten? What's going to work better here? Kind of running into the same deal. I don't think I have any hope of keeping these retaining walls nice, but yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to make. Ah. Hmm. Wait a while now. Hold on a second. Something else to try. That mouse out of there. Sorry. Oh, take that one out. Okay. Let's try. Oh, get out of there. Picking up the retaining wall. Let's try this. Let's try this and see what happens. Oh my. Wow, this controller is might be going here. If we do that, it stays flatter. Now I could put the back wall up there and just, it doesn't matter that it slows down behind. That's not a big deal. So I could do that. Let's see what that looks like. See, it doesn't get. I mean, what if I did this? I'm not going to be able to use a retaining wall because it's just going to, yeah, it's going to disappear in certain spots. Yeah, I can't use that. And this, I think, is going to look like Garbaggio. If we wanted to do, let's just try something here. Oh, see, I don't want it. All right, hold on. Problem is, I don't want a downslope because obviously we want the ball to kick off of that. Let's see what happens. Oh, let's try and play this. Let's see. Question is it too far? That could be the other issue, but well, that actually could be good because you won't make it tough to judge because you're not used to these long putts. But if something like this, see, that's what I'm afraid of. That makes it a little bit tougher too. Yeah, mystery putt. Ah, yes, indeed. That was one of the reasons I really liked the. Oh, that's a nice seam there. I really like the retaining wall because you can, if you're right next to it, obviously you're just putting right over it, so it's not really in your way. Uh, I don't know. I can try and let's see if we do. What are we doing here? What if we did this? What if we did this and try and raise it up and make it so? Try and raise this back section here. It's still getting a tip. Well, I mean, this is the problem. Is now get to the point where you're not going to be able to even see. Let's see if it bounces off at least. Play hole. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Don't go in. Really? Really? I couldn't do that on a real course if I tried. Alright. Of course, real courses aren't perfectly flat, but let's try this again. Play hole. Let's do this time. Let's move it off. Now let's see what happens. Yeah, I just don't know. Unless I made it, I might have to make it more severe. I have to make that hill a little higher. Alright, let's try and go back. If we go, I don't know if I should use that sharper brush. I'm gonna get it here. Let's just do this. Whoa, well now you're on a, now it's getting crazy. Now it's getting a little ridiculous, but hey, it's supposed to be wacky, right? Now let's see what happens. I just wish I had something I could have lower. Oh, I don't know if I hit that. I didn't even get that there. Come on. Ring says, what if you made two walls in a V pattern? It would make the bounces more random. You mean like behind the hole like that? I could do that. All right, that. See, that's what I love. I love that little spot because now watch when I go to putt. That's perfect. It's not blocking. You can see what's going on behind the hole. All right, let's try that too. Let's see. Just out of curiosity. No, are you kidding me? What? If I just don't like the brick wall there. That's the downside. I wish I could. Oops, I wish I could get that. Uh, What else? What else? Could look through the bridges. We got any? Hey, now. Oh, whoa, hold on a second. Potential. That has potential. Hmm. 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 Could work. Let's get it. Maybe? Maybe? No? Yes? I don't know. Nice. So, all right, that's a possibility. That could work. I think if you were putting, let's do this. See what happens. Not the greatest, but it's not the worst in the world. Or at least you can view the hole. I don't think you'd ever have a spot where you couldn't see it. Obviously, it's going to be some goofy stuff with him standing in there. Things, but okay, all right. We may have had a little breakthrough there. All right. So now the question is, do we keep this flat and keep this, make this the main deal, or do we put some gentle slopes in, and then we could actually do, or do we just save this for another hole? See what you think. What about doing something like that? Let's go. I like the retaining walls, I think. Oh, hey now. A little Plinko action. That could be awesome. Could do something like this. We just put a bunch of these little deals out there. Just throw them out. Something to that effect. And then, all right. This doesn't necessarily have to. I just like to go off the side here so I can grab the sculpt tool. We could throw in a few humps and bumps here. That might affect your ball. That could be interesting. Hard part is you're not going to get the hold on, this isn't right. Let's get up here and see. See if we can line this up a little better. I think part of it is the hill isn't very. I think we want more like that. Where's the hole there? Trying to keep it so the oh, dang controller just started running away from me there. Part of it is the hill isn't. It's not straight up. That's the hard part of trying to get that. But HB official mini golf. I was asked to build a 9-hole putt-putt, something a little wacky here, and see what I could come up with. So that's what I'm doing. You'll probably see the finished thing soon, the next couple weeks maybe. I was hoping. I'm still off. I don't know if I should move this over so we could get. Can we get these to line up? But that's the thing. It's not gonna. How are we gonna line those up? Because the retaining wall is gonna disappear under the ground, and yeah, it's close. Well, I might be able to. Oh, geez, I don't even know where the end of this is. So it's not that either. I might be able to finagle something here. Let's get this lined up. Oh, this controller not helping that it keeps drifting on me. Especially when you're trying to do something like this. And what if we did that? I don't know if this is going to work or not, but come down and maybe we can just creep this back a little bit and not change the hill too much. Try and expose this whole deal here without ruining our hill too much. I'm hoping I'm not. Problem is, I gotta make this lower, but I don't want to. I want to keep it low enough that if you slit off the side, you're still gonna. I gotta make it so there's gotta be a lip there. I don't want you running out off the other side of. Looks like I might be going to Best Buy for a new controller or Amazon. I don't want you to come sliding down here and then somehow get over this thing, because once you go over, you'd be toast. You'd have, you'd have to come all the way back around. It'd be awesome, baby. Oh, no, I don't want to go that far back. Alright, let's see. We're going to have to... I'm going to have to raise that back. This is going to be... Going to have to play with this for a little bit here and see what we can come up with. That's what she said. Alright, let's go here. And I have to keep. I want to try and raise this, but not. I don't know if that's even going to be possible. Can we raise this up over the bridge? I don't think so, because if I keep raising this, it's going to raise up over here like it's already doing. That's going to be tough, and I don't want to. I don't want to destroy this. As it is, this is already insanity. Should I move the hole maybe a little bit? Maybe I could move it. I wonder if I could move it over here. I'm trying not to pick up hole 3. Okay, place flag. Let's see if I can do this. How's that? Could work. Although, I think I gotta move. Oops. I think we gotta take this out. Let's get rid of that. We gotta at least have a clear shot to the hole. These can stay. These can stay down that way. All right, let's save this here. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. You see, can't see breaks close by, but let's try it. It's staying fairly straight. And oof. Wow. Okay. Oh, gonna have to work on that a little bit. This could be insanity. Let's see what happens. And it comes right back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Oh, okay. It's just a goofy camera. Whoa, Nelly. That might go over. Trouble. Okay. We gotta fix that, because we can't have that. Alright, so it is possible to stay up there, technically. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. If that should stay as is, or do we need to make adjustments to that? I mean, these never came into play. I mean, I could set controller. I could move these in, make them a little more interesting. Be kind of cool to make it so a slope where you'd almost have to play out to the side and then bring it back. But as is, I think I think you're all right. I was just thinking if it were to come back down, you could end up getting down here and then be SOL behind one of these doodads. Could do that, I suppose. Actually, let's try using one of these little sharper deals. Sharper deal might actually be better for what I want. Gotta get that. Gotta make it so it cannot bounce up and over that. Hopefully it's still picking up that. Still picking up that spot though. I can see it's raising right there and I don't want that. I might have to just go with it. I might have to just go with that little spot there. Tough one here. Not sure how to get that. I don't know if we can make it perfect. I mean, it would take insane time, I think, to try and get this. I don't even think it's possible to just get everything coming down. Really just want to make sure that the ball cannot leave this spot. Oh, let's see what happens here. Let's see. Oops. Maybe. It might stay. Can't see it. It looks like it's staying. I mean, I can't imagine you're going to have something traveling much faster than that. What happens if you try and... Oh, crushed it. Oops. No. So what do you think? Is it a viable hole? Is it not doable? I don't know. No, it stops. No, missed it. All right, well, it's interesting. Let's see where it goes. Oh, that ran away far. That ran away quite a ways. It is. I mean, I don't know if I should move these posts up. They don't really come into play, but could be good for the visual at least. I mean, this could be a brutal hole. 10-footer. Oh, smoked it. That's it. Wow. This could be nasty. Stop. Oh, yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Oh, hey now. Everybody dance, dance, dance. Oh, got a chance. Oh, wow, that, oh my goodness. That was brutal. Look at this. That thing was like an inch from the cup and just took off. Good night. 20 footer. Hmm. I don't know about this one. This could be one of those things where it's just complete luck that you get it in the hole. Otherwise, you're just taking a huge number. I don't know how much skill is involved in this. Hmm. Let me see what happens if I take. What's something that we can make? I try to make it. That's as slow as it's gonna go. I don't know if I want this though, because we could end up with that same problem where it just kind of comes up and stays against. I wish I could. Wish I could get a brush that was smaller. Oh, it's as small as that one goes. Mm-hmm. Oh, crap. The wrong thing. Yeah, that's the smallest we're gonna get it. That's the smallest brush. Just out of curiosity. Yep. Oh, that. Hmm, might have to just go with that one. Oops. We just go with it. We can always go. Let's see what happens if I were to put this. Did it do anything? Not really. Didn't really do anything. Nope. I don't know. Alright, so get around. Looking forward to the final draft. Take care. All right, buddy. Thanks. Have a good one. Man, oh man, oh man. Let's try. Let's see what happens. See what happens now that I changed that. Let's see. And the hard part is not being able to see breaks down here, but there's nothing I can do about that unless I made much shorter holes. I mean, if you got the perfect speed, I guess maybe that's where the skill is, to get that perfect speed, because if I hit it much harder, don't go in. Well, all right, maybe that's a good thing then, because maybe that is part of the skill then, is to get that perfect speed to kind of get it right up to the wall. But if you don't, all right, well, maybe this is better. It did stop up there. Maybe you need that. Let's try it one more time here and see. Let's see what happens there. Um, it's just hard that you can't. I just don't want, you know, unless I make a much shorter hole. I might have to do it that way so you can see the grid, and then on a much shorter hole, then I can add some bigger breaks so that you could at least see it and you'd know what's coming up. It'd be a little unfair here to give someone a big break when you can't see it. I mean, yeah, the next time you play it, you'll be fine, but let's see. Oh, okay. I like that. I do like that right there. That was pretty good. Okay, so maybe that's where it is. The skill is if you can get it up and just touch the wall, then you're good. Oh, I hit that way too hard. Hmm. Oh, what am I doing? destroyed that. So it should stay up here now. Alright, I think I'm going to go with that. I think we'll go with that, because that keeps it, at least keeps it there. Alright, so if we did that, and now the only thing is I don't want to get too close to that, so we could do, that's 1, 2, 3. We could do 4. Yeah, I mean, I got plenty of space. Tons of space. Probably too much. No. So what if we did, come on now. If we just did something like that. Oh, oops. That's not what I wanted to do. That was no good. Go out to about here. Alright, now. Alright, so now we've got grids for the entire thing. But is it going to be long enough though? I don't know. It just seems too short. It just seems like such a short, but I was thinking we could put some, I could put some barriers around that you got to try and knock them off. Hit other ones. 35 footer, is that going to be enough? I don't know. Let's see. I'll do one more hole here. We'll start working on this one. I'm going to go till, I'll go to about 5. Like I said, I'm going to be going out. Throw some dits, throw some darts, have a beer. Okay. Speaking of, I gotta remember to get my darts. Alright, so what if we went here? Let's try this. Let's go to retaining walls, because these work quite nicely. I want the smallest piece I can get. So we could do things like this, that you have to hit off of. So if we angle that, like so, we're going to have to play around and see. Just for testing purposes here, let's do this. I'm going to block it, so you cannot just take it down there. You're going to have to use these, but what happens here? Aha. Okay, that's the angle we need. You don't get much kick off of that second one, though. How would you do it? Well, not every, and then again, not every putt hole allows for a hole in one. Sometimes there are par threes and things, or do they? No, I guess they do. The problem is that I mean, I hit that really hard, and it hits the first one and kind of loses it. It doesn't really come off of that second one. Let me just try one more time. If you just give it a smash. Oh, nice. That's it. Let's put another. Oops. Let's put another retaining wall. Let's put another. Oops. Let's do it this way. Put another one in there. That way we can move this over. Come here. Big swing. Doesn't quite get there. Could maybe it's got too much of an angle. I could see if we have put a little bit less angle on it. We can always move the flag to get it closer to where we're going here. Not bad, not bad. That just hits and stops. What? And maybe I'll angle off this first platform a little more. Maybe that's the way to go too. Let's try that. Oh, no, pretty well shot. Let's go back. And let's edit. Let's edit, move this one. Get it right back to where it was. And do this. So it's more, I don't need a too huge an angle change, but just a bit. Let's try that. Aha. Aha. Okay. Let's go back. And nope. Wanted. Let's go here. Global. Put another line. And we're going to make it so something like this. Oh, stop it. Let's line up here. And then we could do a bigger piece like so. Come on. Oh, it's hard enough. The damn controller keeps moving it. Not good. Alright. So if we had something along those lines, that forces you to use. It forces you to use it. And let's go here. Like so. Do this one. Could still bring something like that. Alright. Look at this thing. Do something like this. Put something in here. Something like that. So that looks pretty good. Do something like that. Let's save that. And now let's try. Let's see what happens. Yes. All right. It's got potential. Got potential. Hmm. All right. So I think I'm going to stop there. So I got a little idea of what I'm working on. I might have to try and refine these a little bit and see, play around with it. But that's the rough idea. I mean, I don't want to make it too similar to this as an anthill, but I mean, this is slightly different. I may play around and just put a bridge, try some other bridges and use those, and that way maybe I could raise up this land and make it more of a straight into hill. And so if you were to come up on this side, it would stay down over here. It wouldn't drop down. I don't know. We'll play with that. This one, I like the way this one's turned out so far. It's kind of cool. Little bumper action. Not sure. I might maybe just close that off. I don't really know, but I'm gonna play around with that one and see. Um, like I said, I'm not going to be able to do these retaining walls everywhere if I want to make some elevation changes, or I could make. I don't know if I could. It would be really tough to do because you can't make small areas, but it'd be kind of cool to make one where you try and put into a little tube, sort of, a little gully, and depending on which gully you went into, that would take the ball to a different spot out there. I mean, maybe that could be like the final. That could be like the final hole. Would be a really big hole, and so you had like a tube that went down there and then one back over here, and you're trying to make it, and if you miss, it goes into the other one, and that takes you farther away from the hole, whereas if you hit the right spot, it would take you out kind of right down by the pin. So I don't know, that could be a little ambitious. I don't know if that's even possible, because like I said, the sculpting, you can't really, the sculpting has to be so wide, a certain width, and so it could end up, I don't know if that'll work. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it there. Let's save and exit. As always, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't hit the follow button, please do so down at the bottom. That'd be great. Um, like I said in the beginning, devs are looking to add a little more, some more pop to the build before we do another stream. But hopefully, we'll be able to do that in the near future. Um, beta coming down the road. Thought Anthony had mentioned maybe. Actually, no, it wasn't talking about the beta, but he was talking about some more info late October into November. Definitely, maybe that's when he'll do a dev dire. I'm not sure, but keep your eyes out. Definitely keep an eye on the forums for any news that's coming up. Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. So that's gonna do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed checking out this little project that I'm working on, and like I said, hopefully trying to have it done in the next 2 weeks. So maybe not long after that, you'll see what this is all about. All right, guys. As always, appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye-bye.